Yes, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hallelujah Simon. And today, I'll be showing you my flight journey from Chicago to Nairobi. You are aboard United Airlines. So this is Ohio International Airport. So I'm heading to Nairobi. I'm connecting through Frankfurt, Germany. So the flight is for 8 hours and around 50 minutes. So we are setting off from Chicago International. Actually, it is called Ohio, the biggest airport in Chicago, but we have several airports around. But this is the main airport of Chicago. So this is Ohio, and there's always traffic on taking off, like real traffic. You spend like about 30 minutes. We took around 30 to 40 minutes before we could hit the runway to fly after everything was resolved. Yeah, it was such an amazing journey. Yeah, I'm recording this after returning back to Chicago from Nairobi, and that is Lufthansa. Wow, that's a huge aircraft with the best first class in the world. Apparently, most people say it has the best first class. Yeah, so after reaching, I connected in Frankfurt because United Airlines didn't go to Nairobi. Yeah, so at first they had an option of connecting in Brussels, but then after I chose this one of connecting in Frankfurt. So when we reached Frankfurt, there was an option to take. No, actually, it was not. It was the main option to use the Lufthansa aircraft to Nairobi. So, yeah, that's the whole journey as we are preparing, heading to Frankfurt. Hopefully everything goes on so well, and it was a smooth journey, and we are still on the runway in Chicago. Yeah, so there I'm just browsing through the map to see how long it would take. Oh my god, it's such a long journey and very tiring. Yeah, but worth it. So I think people who consider traveling first class or economy plus or business, that would be the best option for long flights, because oh my god, sitting so long on the plane is such a tiring thing. Yeah, so there we finally hit the runway, heading to the skies. Yeah, I think there we are just hitting the runway, and we could oversee. Finally, we were in the line before we got up to I think there were around 7 aircraft that were ahead of us, and I could see more coming, more landing. But finally, we made our way to the skies. Yeah, leaving the US, and that's still the Ohio International Airport. Oh my god, it is so big. It is on so many square kilometers. It is the whole town on its own. Yeah, so that's Ohio and the areas near the airport, as you could see from above. So amazing, such amazing. Yeah, USA has a lot of those small water bodies around homes, around houses. Yeah, so and they have that greenery, beautiful as we are in spring. Yeah, we just concluded winter, so the weather outside was so amazing, the sunshine. So you could see it from above, as you see me doing that. So to avoid the jet lag, actually you cannot just avoid the jet lag because it is part of flying. If you love, yeah, that's what I was meaning. Like, people have so many water bodies, have so many pools, water pools, as you see. I could just do it from above. Yeah, they have so many around Chicago. I don't know how other areas are, but there are so many around Chicago. Yeah, such amazing view. Yeah, that was me already feeling tired even before the journey could start. Yeah, so traveling from Chicago to Africa, that's Nairobi to be specific, such a tiring, and you need to prepare in advance for the journey. Yeah, so that's Lake Michigan. That is so close to Chicago in the city. Yeah, so after crossing the Lake Michigan, that's when you really feel like, yeah, the journey has started officially. Yeah, that was me already tired. I think here I had spent a few hours in the skies, and I was planning to do because, but I didn't want to miss a meal. Yeah, actually, there's an option. If you want to be called, if you want to be woken up once you sleep, uh, if you want to be woken up, then you have to inform them. So that when they're bringing the meals, they wake you up. Otherwise, they will just bypass you. And then getting up to go look for the meal is one of the hardest you could do, unless you are maybe in first class. But if you are in economy, oh my God, if you miss a meal, then you wait for the next meal. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you are bored enough, you could stand up and go and ask for something to eat or something to drink, because it is such a long journey to fast. Yeah, and you're in the sky there. No, so that's what they were showing. Yeah. And now, before you know, we are already in Germany after the 8 hours in the flight. So this was Germany. This was Frankfurt in the skies as seen from the above. Yeah, that was Frankfurt. Such amazing landscape, such amazing plain land. They have a lot of plain land before you hit the main town, before you hit the city. They have such a plain land. They have that river that crosses through Frankfurt, and in a few minutes I think I could see their stadium. I think it's the Frankfurt Stadium, football stadium. Yeah, we shall have a look at it very soon. So they have like and it's like they are done for agriculture. I don't know what they are for. Yeah, but it's such an isolated place. Like we couldn't see a lot of people. You could sorry, as I was doing as I was trying to zoom in, I couldn't see a lot of cars on the road. That was the stadium I was talking about. Yeah, I thought maybe it is the Frankfurt Stadium. I'm not sure. Maybe people in the comment section can tell us. But that's a huge town. It's a very big huge town. But on the roads, you could barely see cars moving, and it was morning. It was morning hours. It was around 8 in the morning, and those are the roads, but you could barely see cars or anything moving on the roads. I don't know if people were already in for work or what. Yeah, because here when you're running in Chicago in morning hours, it is always traffic, cars, bumper on bumper traffic. But those are their roads, and you see that road that crosses a big river, you could barely see a car moving, or you see one or two. And this is a big city. I don't know what people were doing this early morning, or because people have to move regardless. Yeah, you see, that's like a highway. But you could actually count the cars that were moving at that time. So yeah, I don't know how they do it in Frankfurt. I don't know what people are doing at that time, or maybe people are ready to work. But then there are people who are doing different kind of jobs, so there should be cars moving. Yeah, and before you could take that. Those are the roads I'm talking about. You don't see cars moving. You see, it's just one car. That looks like a highway. Yeah, but you could barely see a car, and we are hitting. Just in a few minutes, a few seconds, we are already on the runway in Frankfurt. Such an amazing airport, a big one. These people invest in airports. Yeah, they invest a lot in airports. Before you know, we're already in Frankfurt, Germany. But a good thing at the airport, there are always a lot of people who use English, but then you need to ask because things are not straightforward. We reach there's a lot of confusion. My boarding pass for the next flight had a different gate. Then the United Airline app on my phone had given me a different gate to use. So I was in a line with people who were entering the country, and I was supposed to go in the transit area. But then, good enough, the immigration guy directed me to go and ask the right people, and then I had to move for around 5 kilometers around the airport, where I could meet the bus to take me to the terminal where I was supposed to board my next flight to Nairobi. So that's Frankfurt. Such an amazing airport. Yeah, very big. Yeah, I didn't see a lot of aircraft. Maybe it's not so busy. Yeah, it's a town on its own. It's not like I'm not so much. I don't know so much about. I need to search about it. Yeah, but that's the airport. Yeah, it is not so crowded. Maybe it was since it was morning hours and maybe it wasn't a busy day or a busy season. Yeah, so that's the bus I was talking about. So that's the bus that was taking us to another terminal, and before you knew, we were already on the another terminal connecting to Nairobi. Such an amazing airport. Yeah, so this is Frankfurt. Oh, I was somehow tired, and I think I was going to look for something to drink as I prepared for the next hours to Nairobi. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the waiting area. I was the first one in this place. Before, people crowded the place, and we were so many people. That was the aircraft we used to Nairobi. And before you knew, like people came, I don't know from wherever they came from other aircrafts, and the place was crowded. Yeah, that's what I've done. It has so huge aircrafts. Yeah, one of the best aircraft I've seen. People recommend it a lot. Yeah, of course, expensive sometimes for the first class. You do wish to try that. Yeah, that's the Frankfurt in Germany. Yeah, as people were boarding, I was group four. You know the economy staff. And before you knew, we were already on the next flight to Nairobi. Yes. You see, Frankfurt we had left and we are almost hitting Nairobi. We reached Nairobi around 8 p.m. Yeah, and the immigration was so nice, being a Ugandan and an East African. So they didn't give me any trouble. I entered the country. Yeah, so that's almost Nairobi. We're almost landing. Yeah, we had a few hours. Yeah, that's me already in Nairobi. After clearing and I was in the country, I hit the car to my hotel. See, Karibu, Kenya. Yeah, so amazing. I had my guy who had come to pick me from the airport to my hotel. Yeah, and I must say, welcome to Kenya. The flight was so smooth.